Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne 2014, where Barry and I have got a little bit closer in the break. It's time now to just wrap up Group C with our final game of the day in Group C. Todd, brackets right now. Let's just run through them. It's been an incredible run of results. Polt 2-0 against Stardust, 2-0 against MaNa. And then MaNa beating Jaedong 2-1 earlier on. We've just seen Jaedong come back from the brink of defeat, literally one map away from going out. And now he's got a few units away, absolutely. And now he's got a chance to play MaNa again for revenge and a place in the quarterfinal.
It's going to be interesting here to see a rematch and how Jaedong goes into this match we all know that he said it. He's very motivated. He wants to go to Katowice. Yeah. Jaedong, it's not like he doesn't care about this tournament. His ultimate goal here is to make it to Katowice. So before he will have achieved that, he's not going to be satisfied. And you can be sure that he's going to give his very best here. And by the way, I quite liked the very ballsy move, as you said, that he went for on the second map against Stardust. A lot of people would not have dared. They would have played it too safe and they probably would have been punished for it. But going for the early pull, doing some damage, that was very, very interesting. And this is, we saw the true Dong now again.
Yeah, I mean, he said in the interview, didn't he, that he felt that before that second map, he realised that Stardust would probably play a little greedy, having gone one up. Guessed that absolutely right. Yeah. 9 pull early, big damage, really well done. But he's that kind of player, though, isn't he? We've seen this before. Yeah. What was the game against Scarlet, I recalled it?
Yeah.
I mean...
Knock, knock, who's there?
Yeah, quite, game over. I mean, he does that kind of stuff regularly, and that's kind of why he's so loved by the community as well.
Well, against MaNa, though, like, he used the similar style in 2 games with the Swarm Host, and one game he was very successful with, and the other one, on the Habitation Station, he was not successful at all with, and it looked like MaNa was unstoppable in that last game. So does he go into this match with the same type of strategy, or does he mix it up a lot more? That's the big question.
It is, and on the other side, this match is huge because the winner carries on to the quarterfinals, has another shot at going through to the IEM World Finals, and on top of that, the loser of this is gone. That's it, they're finished for the season as far as Intel Extreme Masters is concerned. Massive game for Jaedong, but a massive game from MaNa as well here. Yeah. He's 1 game away from making a round of 8, which we don't see very often from him in recent years. And on top of that, he already has game knowledge. He's already beaten Jaedong, so the confidence is there. But I wonder whether the amount of builds and the variance in builds are there for him.
Yeah, that's also very important. MaNa, I'm pretty sure he used his best builds in the first series here. He was coming into this prepared. He knew who he was going to play, actually. This group was made in advance, and neither of them came from the open bracket. So he prepared for this quite heavily, but now, how many builds has he prepared? Has he used all of them? I guess we're going to find out. It's going to be a very important question to be answered in this series too.
Okay, thank you, Todd. We are now going to go to our commentary team for the final match of Group C. Barry already knows who he's rooting for. Who are you rooting for? 2 very big fan favourites. It's MaNa versus Jaedong for the last place in the quarterfinals from Group C. Take it away, guys.
Thank you very much, Red Eye, and we are here to bring you the final game of Group C. Is it going to be Zerg Hopes or Polish Dreams here, Rhett, in this final one?
And no matter who wins, you're going to probably be pretty happy because either a Zerg goes to the top 8 or a Foreigner goes to the top 8. So no matter what happens, it's going to be really, really nice. And yeah, I think Jaedong right now is probably looking to absolutely destroy MaNa. Yeah. I went up to him after that last series, and the first thing he said, I wanted to congratulate him on a great comeback. Yeah. And he's like, I played so bad. I played so bad. What am I doing? So he's still really not happy with how he's performed, and probably looking to correct that in the next series.
And I'm sure that MaNa was feeling exactly the same in his last game, remember? Because against Polt, he looked like a complete different player compared to the one that faced against Jaedong earlier. But for MaNa's sake here and for Polish Dreams, let's hope he does bring that same caliber of performance that we saw earlier on against Jaedong. And Red Eye did, for once or twice, maybe once this time, bring up a good point, is that how many builds does MaNa actually have? How many strategies is he really going to have up his sleeveless t-shirt here to bring to Jaedong?
Yeah, he went for the Nexus first twice in that last series, and that's not really something that he can do again right now. I mean, even if Jaedong does not want to punish it, MaNa knows I was really, really greedy. And that's going to play a role in how he decides to open this game. And that might actually play a big part. And Jaedong also showed last series that I can 9-pool and I can do crazy stuff like mass speedling. And I feel like even though MaNa won the first one, I almost feel like this is a more difficult position for him than it is for Jaedong.
Well, while they're going through the vetoes, you can see on screen right now, of course, the red line next to Habitations is Jaedong's, red line on the other side will be MaNa's. For you that maybe some of you watching right now who didn't see this series early, because this is the rematch, it was 2-1 in favor of MaNa earlier on, where we saw Heavy Rain go quite convincingly for Jaedong, but MaNa did play a good game there. An engagement mistake in the middle of the map cost him the game, fell on the back foot, and Jaedong capitalized. Then it went over to Frost, where we saw a 2-base all-in from MaNa, and a Mortal double Colossus all-in, and it pretty much picked up the game. Then the third one was Habitation Station, where we saw quite a strong MaNa performance there. Whether it be from the get-go, he forced out units early, and just to summarize it, really played well and outplayed Jaedong. Now, coming into this series, we have Heavy Rain to begin again first.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Also, Jaedong, playing Habitation Station twice in both his series, now decided, no, I do not like this map. I'm not playing this map. I'll play Yonsu instead.
Yeah.
And this brings me back actually to something MaNa told me earlier. He said, if I play Yonsu, I will go for a 2-base all-in.
Yeah.
So this is actually looking to be pretty interesting. The first map will be the exact same map. I think both players playing that game on Heavy Rain, Jaedong probably felt, yeah, I played pretty well. Swarm hosts are pretty good. I can do this again. And MaNa probably felt like, well, I did really well against Swarm host. I was harassing Jaedong.
Yep.
I was putting on pressure. If I just improve 1 or 2 little things, I can probably win the game. So we might see a very similar first game, or we might see something totally different. But
we have to go with the momentum now, being in favor of Jaedong here after his performance against Stardust, and a great series that really developed into, and a fantastic performance from Jaedong in that third map when it seemed like all hope was lost. It looked like he could lose straight away to the Immortal in. He held on, he kept going, he found ways to crawl back into the game, and then ended it nail-bitingly close, and was able to take the victory 2-1. He goes up against MaNa now. But as you said, Jaedong isn't satisfied with the way he's been playing today. Do you reckon that's going to hurt his mindset or push it further into a stronger one?
I think he's got so much experience that he's just looking to fix it. I mean,
Look at
he's just going to be like really, really wanting to show everybody, hey, this is not my level of play. I am Jaedong. I am always going to be the favorite. I'm always going to be the best player. If I lose, it's because something happened, not because I played poor. So I think Jaedong is going to be the strongest he has been so far today in this match.
It seems like the community also believe in you there. 87% of people think that Jaedong will take this series, despite MaNa beating him already earlier on today. It's going to be a good series, no doubt, but we have to bring back to what you said just a couple of minutes ago, is how are both of these players going to open? We saw Jaedong with balls of steel, like he is known for having, going for a 10-pull and finding a way to make it work. And MaNa, in the first couple of games when he did play against Jaedong, was playing extremely greedy in Game 1 and Game 2, and managed to change away from it in Game 3. But coming into this new series, on Heavy Rain, are we going to see a regular play from MaNa, which isn't greedy, or is he going to take that risk again, definitely knowing that Jaedong has already spotted and allowed him to get away with a greedy opening?
Yeah, there's so many mind games going on. Like, MaNa might be thinking, yeah, I can't Nexus first again, and then Jaedong might be thinking, well, me punishing Nexus first in the first game is too obvious, so I'm going to play greedy again, and then MaNa might be realizing that. I don't know. It's always so dangerous to overthink this stuff and to get inside your opponent's head, because really, you cannot predict another human being. So it's really a big crapshoot. And
do you think they're thinking about that right now, or is it already determined? Can it be to the very last moment when they decide inside the game?
I have personally played games where I'm at the 15 supply mark,
and
the whole time I'm thinking, no, I'm going to 15 pull this game because it's crazy to 15 hatch again. And then it's like 15 supply. It's like,
you see the 200 supply, you see the 200 minerals.
I'm going to hatch anyway, YOLO, you know, like those kind of decisions. I don't know how it is for other players, but I really push them to the very last second. And it's just a little bit of luck that's also in RTS games. And sometimes it can go your way and sometimes it doesn't.
All right, well, we are just inviting the players into the lobby here. And this has been a very good group I think.
Very
This is
evenly matched.
Very evenly
everybody.
matched. Everybody's been able to, play well here today. And funny enough, this is the longest group played so far in the tournament. We played Group A and Group B yesterday. They finished kind of fast. This is the first group of today, and we're already over the expected time to finish the group, and we haven't even begun the last
And
series
this
here.
might be a crazy Swarmos series, so who knows how long we'll be here. But that's, of course, kind of a treat with these two playing StarCraft.
And it looks like both players are ready. There is Jaedong on screen. And focused, nonetheless, has goals to get to Poland to play in front of that live audience that we saw last year. MaNa was there last year. He almost broke down in tears, actually, on stage. I remember it.
Yeah.
After losing to TLO, the crowd were absolutely amazing. And they were cheering for MaNa and TLO, obviously saying unlucky. That sounds pretty crazy. They were saying unlucky MaNa and congratulations TLO. And it was a remarkable event to go to, and both players do want to experience that once again here. But it's now time to find out who is going on to the next round. It's very simple. One player moves on in second place. One player is eliminated in third place. Going to the round of 8 increases the prize money that you're going to... It increases the World Championship Series points you're going to receive. And of course, you have the opportunity to play further and deeper into this tournament. It begins right here on Heavy Rain. Rep, please. Please.
Okay.
Please.
In the bottom right of Heavy Rain, representing evil geniuses, South Korea, and Zergs all over the world, it is Jaedong.
And I know a lot of you guys in the crowd there are rooting for him to do well. And up here to the top, center slightly to the left, is MaNa.
You need MaNa.
And MaNa has decided, with the build order openings that we discussed just now,
He's going to go for a proxy 2-gate. How crazy is that?
it is to the right-hand
Who
side.
can predict that?
Nobody.
Jaedong cannot predict that.
But what does Jaedong
definitely can't
open with,
predict that.
though? Does he go hatchery first here? Does he go spawning pool first? We're about to find out. We need to watch closely to Jaedong's supply because the difference is pretty big here.
What is Jaedong thinking right now? Is he thinking 15 pool?
This guy's going to play
Is he going to
greedy
change his
again.
mind?
This guy's going to cannon rush me, so I better get my spawning pool down. What's he thinking? It's...
Oh my god. He's
Hatchery
scouting. No, but
first.
this is too early, so he's going to scout a little bit at least. But he's always been scouting out the natural whole area. He's never really... Yeah, it's a hatchery.
Hatchery first, red.
Wow.
So MaNa has gone for his proxy gates against hatchery first here. If the spawning pool had come down, he has access to Lings, he has access to the Queen. But with the hatchery, does he go 3 hatch? Does he get a gas before spawning
Well,
pool?
no matter what, he's going to have a really, really, really hard time against this. He's gone spawning pool first almost every single
17 supply. It's not like he's rushed his spawning pool after this
game.
hatch.
This is what he's done so far, though. But yeah, it could still... yeah, there's a spawning pool. But no matter what, this is a really, really hard opening. Like, normally, 3 Zealots finish, the spawning pool is not even done yet, and you're just going to die. But Jaedong probably has played against this, and he is scouting right now. And we'll have to see where this drone goes. It is actually...
No.
It's not going to go
Surely, why would... Wait. Cross the probe. Coming from the right-hand side.
Oh,
Is a
he
little
sees
bit
the probe.
funky. Why would the probe come from the right-hand side here? Oh, Jaedong is going to go and spots it here. A big scout there. He knows he's coming. He can mentally prepare himself, so he's not as surprised as he could have been. It doesn't really affect his build too much here. But is he going to be able to defend against this? He needs a spine crawl immediately.
Yeah, and Zergs everywhere are going to watch this game and see how Jaedong deals with this, because I die to this on ladder every time with this opening, but maybe Jaedong can pull something out. He starts out with 6 Lings and 1 spine crawler.
All right, here we do have the drones going to drill into the main base here, trying to prevent any deaths immediately. And no deaths so far. He's going to go down to the natural 10 Lings and a Queen, and he jukes back here. Still no drone kills. Jaedong controlling his drones pretty well. The spine crawler isn't too far away from finishing.
The fact that the spine is at the natural is a big deal, because right now the Zealots are not killing it, but MaNa is going to surround the spine crawler. It will get targeted down.
And Jaedong's not going to try to save it. He cancels the last moment. One Zealot gets picked off there for nothing on the left-hand side.
That's a very nice trade for him. Now MaNa is going for the hatchery. I'm not sure he wants to be spending time on that.
Ooh, the Queen. The
Queen finishes.
He's going to have to run around in circles here. And Jaedong's looking to cut off any reinforcements, any single Zealots, which another one's actually going to get surrounded over there.
Oh.
And that's 2 Zealots down pretty easily here. The Queen's running around in circles. It's only 5 Zealots. More and more Lings are being made. But more importantly, Jaedong's mining. But he is supply blocked. He's feeling the pressure. The Queen's about to get surrounded here. And the Lings come in to help. Are there enough Lings here, Red?
Oh my god, I think he's going to at least kill 2 Zealots
This
here.
is good
nice
micro by MaNa. Excellent micro. Pulling back the low health Zealots. Excellent play. But there are 12 additional Zerglings coming in. These Zealots are pretty damaged at this point. Both players, excellent. There's a Stalker coming into this as well. We didn't really look, but there's a Gaspin mine.
Made a core. Wow.
He's got a core, and it looks like the wraparound is going to commence onto these Zealots, and I think they're all going to get picked off here.
Oh my
Full
god.
surround by Jaedong. And so far, so good for Jaedong. But there is a Stalker coming. But what is a Stalker really going to do?
There's another Queen on the way, and there's a Gas on the way, and I mean,
he's
even
held
the
it.
drone count is 17 against 12. And
He's
with a
held
50
it.
hatch opening, he defended 2 proxy gateway. That never happens.
The Stalker! He's running away. Keep running, my little one. Great defense here from Jaedong, but he is now spotting that there are a couple of gateways there, and this pylon. The pylon is actually trying to be targeted down now, and I can't believe this. He's able to hold on. And this is remarkable play by Jaedong. Absolutely remarkable. A Queen coming in. Is he okay against the Stalkers, though?
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine against the Stalkers. I mean, he's going to have Queens here and then Creep. I mean, the Stalkers are not going to look to kill anything. They're just going to try to deal with the slow Lings, and still there's tons of micro going on. This is the point where Jaedong kind of just needs to pull back and say, well, I've defended this. I'm going to be happy and sit back in my base.
Oh, Stalkers almost getting surrounded there. There's 4 Stalkers now. They're going to start to do a lot of damage, and MaNa's micro has been pretty fantastic. We can see the APM of both players. One Stalker goes down, and another one squeezes past there. And I can't believe this is the start to the final series of Group C. There's 10 additional Lings. Zergling speed is on the way, right? And I think it's pretty safe to say that Jaedong has pulled off a remarkable hold. He's done it against 2 barracks, against Terrans before, and he's managed to make this one work.
And I mean, considering the last game we just played against Stardust, where he was like so out-build ordered and was in a disadvantaged position, and now he's got this opening against MaNa, it's almost like he's bending all the rules of the universe and physics, and no matter what, Jaedong wants to go to Poland, and he's making it happen.
He is making it happen, and all he needs to do right now is build a bunch of Zerglings. Press that Z button on the keyboard and keep jamming it, hold it down. The pylon is going to go, which means 2 additional Stalkers will not join this, and MaNa's first game is starting to leave his control. As Zergling speed narrows in, every single one of these units is going to get surrounded here. The 2 Zealots are already in trouble. Jaedong's going for a Stalker. But whatever the case, this has just been an app. I cannot believe how good of a hold this actually was.
Yeah. And the fact he made the Spine Crawler at the natural, pulled his drones to the natural, did not cancel the hatchery. When I first saw he didn't cancel the hatchery, I was like,
GG
What?
Jaedong with an amazing hold. Absolutely brilliant start to this series.
and he doesn't look even phased.
No, not
this
phased
is,
at all.
This is what happens every day when you're Jaedong. You just
People do this to you all day, every day, and you hold it all day, every day.
Yeah.
And it all came down to, if we just bring back our memories for a couple of minutes, the probe. The probe gave it away.
Yeah, the drone found the probe. That's actually such a small detail that could decide everything here for Jaedong and MaNa. And MaNa, very ballsy choice to go for those 2 gates. And I think it also shows that he is strategically sound, because it was a good decision. But, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you want it to. And
if Jaedong hadn't have spotted with that drone...
Yeah, he would have probably weighed more drones, and then would have had less larva for Lings, and then it would have definitely been the nail in the coffin. He would have not held that attack.
So far throughout this series, Jaedong's only built 2 Zerglings initially. He never built 6, 4. He was always 2. And that could have been a very, very different story. Minute details, but at the end of the day, MaNa now trails 1 game and will be required to win the next 2 in a row against Jaedong now.
A very tall order for any Protoss. And, you know, these openings are just so crazy. Like, I don't even know what to expect for the next game. Like, I wouldn't be... It's Yeonsu.
It is Yeonsu, which...
it's a nice map for Protoss. It's got a lot of nice small areas, like especially around the natural, that little choke leading out of the natural that is so good for force fields.
Yeah.
So I think MaNa, if he does go for a 2-base all-in, if he takes that path of attack, Jaedong might be in trouble, but you know, Jaedong might just 6-pool and MaNa might do something crazy too, so...
I mean, we have to keep in consideration here that choke point has gifted Protoss players wins. And I want to reference to one game in particular here is parting against Solkey, maybe? Was it Solkey in Pro League? No, not Solkey, sorry. I'm not sure exactly who it was. It was very recently when he pulled off his Immortal in. Not Solkey, sorry. I'm trying to think of the Zerg it was, but whoever it was, I'm sure you guys are all going to shout at me and tell me who it was, or at least looking at it and then pretending you knew who it was and then telling me. But he went for the Immortal in after it being spotted, and it was spotted really early, but Parting was able to get towards the front of the Zerg Natural to exploit that area, and in a post-game interview, he said, it's not stoppable. I'm always going to win with
If you get force fields in that position, then I almost kind of agree that it's pretty much unstoppable. But Jaedong, you know, you can make things happen with Zerglings, and if someone is going to all-in you, like actually MaNa told me he would on this map, then there are little things you can do with the units you already have before the all-in commences, like if you take out all the pylons, or if you are really annoying with counterattacks. Those are little things that Jaedong is definitely very, very good at.
Game number 2 between these two players. And up here to the top right, as the red Zerg player playing for Team Evil Geniuses. Make some noise for Jaedong. Woo! We can hear you.
And in the bottom left, currently fighting from a 0-1 deficit, the blue Protoss player, MaNa.
And I've already been told off. It was against Rogue.
Yeah, Solkey and Parting are on the same team.
Yeah, so I know. I said that and I'm like, wait a minute. Why did you say that? I was just thinking of a top-class Zerg player, and immediately, of course, Solkey pops to mind. But yeah, so it was Rogue. But we'll see if MaNa is going to do that. That might not even be the case here. It's a good strategy. It's very strong on this map, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to use it here. And especially because he's playing from behind now. He doesn't want to just throw this away. He doesn't want to try and do something where it could just get instantly shut down.
MaNa's getting a lot of probes, so I think once again, it's going to be a Nexus first here.
All right, and this time, we see Jaedong, who hasn't decided to do anything crazy. He's going to go hatchery first, and I think that's completely fine. He does it in the last game. He defends a proxy 2-gate, and what's the likelihood of something really coming? Is MaNa going to open up with his plan in the series? You know what, guys? In game number 1, I'm going to proxy 2-gate. In game number 2, I'm going to cannon rush. Is that really going to be his plan, for example? No, it's not. And Jaedong will be able to get away with that hatch, and actually moving out for a 3rd hatchery here.
Actually, he was scouting for proxies almost every single game, so this might just be him scouting.
Okay.
It looks like it is. And he will get the spawning pool, but you know, even though Jaedong did go 15 hatch and pulled it off, playing against Nexus and then a Gateway, as a Zerg player, you still don't really feel like you're getting the best deal of the openings.
All right, well, Jaedong, MaNa is going to poke up here now, see the hatchery, and then poke in and see the spawning pool is down here. Likewise, Jaedong has an Overlord on the other side of the map, which is going to see his opponent's build and says, all right, whatever, you've gone for this build, you've gone for this pretty decent opening. As a Zerg player playing on Yonsu, you realize the threat of a lot of aggressive different types of openings there are for Protoss players. What is going to run through your mind? Is it just that, okay, I need to find out what is coming? Is that like the only thing that's kind of recycling through?
It's a map that you're really, really scared of those 2-base all-ins, but you also kind of know that once it gets to the mid-game, I think this is like probably the best map for Swarm hosts in the map pool. So you're probably just like really worried about any kind of all-in, and after that you know that this is a pretty decent map for you. So I would be surprised to see Jaedong go for his double upgrade Link style on this map. He's probably going to go for something into Swarm host, but it's really up to MaNa. Like in the first few minutes of the game, it's always going to be up to the Protoss players to kind of dictate the pace and choose a build, and then the Zerg player just responds.
Okay, well, the Cybernetics core is about to finish up here for MaNa, who is, of course, chasing a dream to be able to qualify for the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship, and it is a dream for every single player. 16 will play in the World Championship for that $100,000 winner-takes-all.
Look at that, Jaedong is actually going for a 4-queen opening. This is not something we've seen from him so far, but this has been pretty popular in Pro League, and what it normally leads to is some kind of 2-base lair roach opening. which is pretty solid against a lot of all-ins. And after that, it's the third base, and then it's going to be a lot of creep spread, and then a smooth transition into Swarmos. And there
it is.
The robotics facility. What a shocker.
We know what this is going to be just from really looking at the map.
Yeah.
MaNa is the type of player who watches Pro League day in, day out, realized the power of that build, saw it being used again, even though it was kind of, you know, I hadn't really seen it in a long time. And then it popped up one more time and looked as strong as ever. And he's going to go for this Immortal push.
Jaedong is losing the Overlord in the main base, and the other Overlord is at the natural, so this robotics facility is not going to be spotted anytime soon.
I mean, as a Protoss player, you say, all right, there's always going to be two Overlords. One outside my main, one outside my natural. One's already eliminated. There's no time for Jaedong to get another one close to the main base. And so there's only one left. And he's even moving the Mothership Core down there to push it back. From this position, though, even without scouting it,
the thing is,
isn't it so important to actually see this coming?
Even though you don't know it's Immortals, if you can check the gases at the natural, and he does take 4. So this, at the moment, does not look like a 2-base all-in. And Jaedong right now is getting the Lair.
Yeah.
And 2 Evolution Chambers and a Roach Warren, so what upgrades do you think he will go for?
Well, he's checking the natural gases as well. He's so interested to find out. Well, first of all, he sees that the third gas isn't being mined from. The assimilator's built but hasn't been mined from. The fourth one there is as well, but now it's starting to be mined from. Maybe MaNa, if he doesn't want to increase his gas income too much, can actually go into the main base, start to take gas away. But he's added on a Forge. A Forge isn't meant to be a part of this build here this fast, is it?
Yeah, and he's getting a Warp Prism instead of a second Immortal, so it looks like he... I don't know what exactly he's going to do. And Jaedong actually going for the double attack and carapace upgrade, so it looks like he will... He wants to do that Roach into Swarm Host build.
The layers finished pretty fast here. And isn't that going to be able to give him an Overseer really, really fast if he wants to spend the gas there to go in and see what's going on exactly?
He will. But
yeah,
he's going to be stuck on only Roaches, and he does still not has a third base, so MaNa does not even really need to attack here to be in a really good position.
Why did he get the Warp Prism second instead of the second Immortal?
I guess it doesn't really matter.
I guess so.
Oh, he's getting actually a third Immortal.
Wow.
Jaedong
with the Overseer now, though, Rhett. Pokes in and immediately thrown back. Has no idea still. What's his drone count? I'm actually not in this game. I've become just a noob by obs.
45 against 40. MaNa really low on probes, actually. And Jaedong now takes his third base, but he does know that there's no air shown yet. And if you do open for a Stargate, then the first thing you do is chase away this Overseer. So I think Jaedong, with all his experience and all his knowledge by now, should have figured out what exactly is going on. And this Ling spots everything right now. It looks like MaNa is going to go.
It must be so important for Jaedong now to take a fight away from in front of these evolution chambers.
And the creep spread is actually really nice for him. And he does have a lot of Roaches. And he also, Roach Beat is done, so he could actually go straight for a counterattack. It looks like he will pull back for now.
All right, well, here goes MaNa. This is it. His +1 attack is not too far away from finishing. Can MaNa equalize his series, or is Jaedong going to be able to take this 2-0? He's closing the back door here, so it's not exactly going to be very easy to come from a different angle.
And going straight for that sweet spot at the natural. This is going to be so difficult.
Oh, great force fields there. This is beautiful. A great start here for the Polish player. And 5, 6, 7 Roaches or so immediately obliterated. A good force field on the ramp there, trapping 2 Roaches. And he's got a few force fields left. Not too many. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 force fields. And another Roach gets picked off. The Roach Warren goes down, so it's only going to be slow Zerglings for additional backup. And how well is this going for him so far?
I mean, so far Jaedong has not lost too many units. There are forces being used. Actually, MaNa is backing off. I don't really understand this decision. He needs to push forward.
Yeah.
And keep going.
He doesn't have too many force fields left. He's got a couple. And now they kind of run out. Time Warp comes down. 3 Immortals still alive. There's a lot of Roaches there. But there's still 3 chunky Immortals. And more units being added onto this.
Once again, Jaedong pulls off, comes back in. More forces going down. Not too many Roaches shooting right now. MaNa loses 1 Immortal. That's a big deal.
1 Immortal's down, second time up used. Jaedong is lava injecting. He's hitting as many units out as possible. And MaNa needs to make this work soon. The Roach count is increasing. The Roach Warren's almost finished. We can rebuild to further increase.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how many forces are left, but MaNa is taking this very, very slowly.
He's running out of force fields here.
Look at the supply, though. It's actually very similar. And if he just has 1 more round of force fields, he should still be in a fine position, but he's wasting a lot of time.
All right, well, what is he doing here? Just waiting for a couple more warp-ins. +2 attack has started. 10 more Roaches on the way. And here we go. No force fields yet. 2 on the left-hand side.
Every time MaNa force fields, he does not catch units. He just puts down forces and Jaedong runs away. So now he has a lot, and he goes in once again.
And this is a bit of a better one there. He's trapped quite a few roaches right in the middle, and the Immortal's dealing out a lot of damage. Slow Zergling's not really helping out too much, and MaNa trades pretty well there, but Jaedong's starting to once again retreat. Coming back with another 9 roaches in a couple of moments. That +2 attack's never going to enter this game.
Yeah, but right now I feel like MaNa just has too much, and once again Jaedong does come in. There's more fortunes left, and now these roaches are being taken out by the Immortals. And once again he pulls back one again, but...
This is a strong push, Rhett. This is a very strong push. Imagine if we had that 3rd Immortal that went down very, very early on. This would have been a lot different. But Jaedong powering through still. Drones coming off the line. This is going to be the last hold by the looks of it. No force fields left, and Jaedong gets right up close here. And the sentries get picked off. And Stalkers to follow next. One slappy force field comes down. And then the Immortal going to get targeted here. And it gets picked up by MaNa, and he picks up the other one. Nice control, nice use of the Warp Prism. Is Jaedong going to have too much, though? He's right up close. The drones are there, the roaches are there, and that's it. He's again. How many times today does Jaedong need to defend against different types of Protoss all-ins? And MaNa is pushed back to square one.
Yeah, and I think this all leads back to just how many times Jaedong actually got force-fielded, but then pulled away with all his units. This happened like 4 or 5 times over, and in the end, MaNa just didn't have any force fields left. And now Jaedong has defended this, and actually his drone count is behind MaNa. But if you compare it to the game against Stardust, he's probably pretty happy with this position.
Yeah, this is a pretty good position, and it looked like MaNa could have eventually broken through, but that is not the case. Now, just like Stardust, needs to extract as much value from those Immortals as he can physically get with that Warp Prism. There's nothing really to stop it unless he's sloppy and allows the Queen to pick the Warp Prism off there, which it is kind of low, so he does have to be careful, but this is nice use of these units.
And once again, the Hydralisk Den is going up, and Jaedong actually has a lot of gas in the bank, so even though he doesn't have the biggest mineral income, he doesn't really need extra geysers to pump out a ton of Hydras very quickly. And I feel like MaNa's follow-up attack is going to pack a pretty heavy punch, because he's been ahead in economy for quite a while, but it's really only one more attack, and with Hydras, Jaedong is looking in a very good position to possibly defend this.
Well, MaNa warping in once again. Hydra range has started. That's going to be a crucial component in defending this. 7 Hydralisks on the way to help join. It looks like Jaedong's going to try and bring MaNa back for a little bit, buy himself some extra time, and it does work as MaNa immediately turns around.
Yeah, excellent strategic play to do this. You always want to buy yourself with just a little bit more time. The Photon Overcharge will actually hold this, but Jaedong is going to try to run into the main base.
Oh, nice force field there, nice warping, but he's going to get to the probe line. MaNa has not turned around. He's going to just rely on the Photon Overcharge, but that means probes will die, which means it's not going to be exactly super easy to replenish as fast as he could have had if these probes were mining.
MaNa is also taking this super long way around.
Ooh, these roaches. These roaches, they don't want to just die really easily. Oh, force fields! Oh, he catches 2 force fields there. These roaches are dead.
Yeah, these roaches are actually, they can't run anywhere because the rocks are down. This is massive.
This is a great catch there. The fishing rod was right in, and he caught a big one.
But there are actually already 17 Hydras, and that's so much DPS, Sean.
From the high ground as well. +1/1 or +1 attack and +1 carapace for these units. Just +1 attack, if I'm not mistaken, here for MaNa. But here comes the fight, and the Hydra was dealing out a lot of damage to Zealots. Well, they died fast. And next is going to be the Sentries, the Stalkers, and the Immortals. Range is done with more Roaches and Zerglings coming in to help out. MaNa is dropping in supply fast. By golly gosh, are Hydralisks good? Yes, they are. And with Queens to support, MaNa's secondary attack is pushed back with ease compared to the first one.
And now Jaedong definitely has this game in the bag. I mean, that was pretty much all MaNa had left to give, and the Immortals are down, he's retreating. And Jaedong just, he keeps defending. I mean, it's like he was not meant to lose and go out of this tournament today.
Jaedong is not going to lose in this tournament. Not today. Not today, as he pushes MaNa back for a final time. Though, MaNa is not going to give up yet. This is his tournament life on the line. If this doesn't work out, he is done. He is finished here in Group C and will finish in 3rd place. And he's switched over to the robotic space, still using his Immortals here with that Warp Prism to try and get a bit of damage dealt. And he is going to switch over to Colossus. Where is the Spire? Are we going to see this come down anytime soon from Jaedong? What is he looking to do you think?
I think from this point, his economy is looking very good. He can do almost anything. He is getting more geysers, so he could go either for the Spire or an Infestation Pit. But yeah, he can do whatever he wants, Sean.
He can do whatever he wants from this position. He realizes that MaNa is not on a 3rd base, which is the most important part of this. He has a higher drone count just by a little. He has a higher army count. And we are going to see the Warp Prism swing around to this right-hand side here. And an Evolution Chamber has started for Jaedong to further his upgrades once again, as Hydra speed is about to complete. And Jaedong is going to come and knock on the front wall here.
Yeah, taking out the core would be a nice pick-off. And MaNa is feeling the pressure.
There's still a chance here for MaNa, though. If we don't see a Spire, and there's still a lot of sentries around to protect the Colossus, this can still work, though.
Yeah, it's kind of scary when there's a lot of sentries and a Colossus and you're stuck on Wedge Hydra, but at the same time, the creep spread is really good, and Jaedong's just going to have so many units.
And the surrounds try to be attempted onto that Queen. Queen did move out the way, though. And Jaedong will need to come back to defend against this. But still, it is only Roach Hydra and Zerglings. I'm not even sure if Zergling speed was researched in this game. No, it's not. It's still not there. So it is just Roach Hydra mainly. But Corruptors would be ideal in this scenario. Kill the Colossus, kill the rest of the Protoss army. But the Infestation Pit comes down.
Kind of surprising to not see a Spire, because Jaedong has to know that.
Well, he's definitely seeing a Colossus now, if he was actually looking at that Zergling.
Third base.
Yeah,
that's a rough decision by MaNa. I think he's too far behind to play this with a third base, but I guess he just really wants to keep fighting. You know, nothing is impossible in StarCraft 2, so maybe he can do it.
There's only 2 sentries. Oh, he's going to get surrounded. Jaedong's coming from behind here. Uh-oh, MaNa moves out to take the base. MaNa moves out to have a look up the hill. And, well, I think that could be game. As he's going to lose all his Immortals. He may lose a Colossus as well. There's a couple of sentries warp in, can force field the ramp, but that was expensive. Wow, that was so expensive.
Really, really sick setup by Jaedong there, coming from all the sides and picking off so many units so cost efficiently. And yeah, he's just playing a great game from.
And with the Infestation Pit, that's it. Doesn't matter. GG's called. Jaedong advances from Group C, winning the rematch against MaNa 2-0. He lost earlier on today. He showed great games against Stardust and then squeezes out in the end against MaNa. Jaedong finds himself top 8 at least in this tournament.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter how you get there. As long as you get there,
Yeah.
then you have just as much chance to win the whole tournament as much as everybody else.
Yep.
And he came really close to being eliminated, and also against MaNa there in that series, even though it ended up being 2-0. The proxy gates, they normally would have killed him, and then also the Immortal, and in the second game it was so close at so many points. So yeah, definitely very close series, and well played by MaNa.
Yep.
And congratulations to Jaedong, who we will see back again tomorrow, which makes me very happy.
Yeah, this has been a great group here. Lots of different dynamic types of games. Awesome to see. And Jaedong is able to hold on against the different types of Protoss all-ins, and when you get all-in time after time after time, it is difficult to hold on against them all, but he was able to survive, which means we have now 6 players who advanced into the round of 8. Rain and Hero from Group A, Patience and Jakchi from Group B, Polt and Jaedong, the first group without a Protoss to advance Ret. And we have 6 players. And usually in this type of tournament, you advance in second place, and you're like, oh, rats. I need to go up against a first place finisher from a different group. But at this level of tournament, does it even matter? When if you look at the first place finishers are Rain and Patience, but then the second place finishers from Group A and B is Liquid Hero and Jakchi.
Yeah, it's they're all very tough. I don't think it matters too much. Jaedong, I'm not sure actually if he'd rather play a Protoss or a Terran, but him getting second place does make it more likely that he will play once against a Protoss. But yeah, I think all these players are pretty much interchangeable. They're all very, very good, and on any given day, they can beat each other. So.
Yeah, and it looks like the post-match interview is ready, so take it away.
Oh, he's going to get a hatchery.
Thanks, guys. Actually, this is not going to be a post-match interview. I have a special guest here, MC. How is it going, man?
Not bad.
Well, what does this remind you of?
Huh?
Do you want to play some rock, paper, scissors, or do you want to do some analysis?
No, just nothing.
Just nothing?
Yeah.
Not analysis?
No, just... Never mind.
Okay. Let's do some analysis together. I guess you just saw the games here. In the second game, I want to ask you a little bit about this push we have coming here. We had MaNa go for Nexus, then Gateway. He made very quick Robo, and he made a few Immortals, and he's going for an Immortal push now. He did okay in this push, but I feel like it wasn't the best. So I want you to explain me what you think he could have done better. So we're gonna play the replay from here, and you can tell me he's closing the rocks. Do you agree with this? He's still building up his Sanchi count.
I think it is not good, because this way is Sir can attack 3 ways, for here and here and here. And MaNa had a lot of Sentry, but no Zealots.
No Zealot.
And Stoker.
Okay.
So he
So he
has...
should wait more?
Huh?
What should he do better?
maybe Warp Gerald is better.
Okay.
Yeah, because Gerald is really tanky.
Okay.
So they can tank Roach's attack. And I think should be he will recall is better now because no mana with Sentry. And
you think the force fields were not good enough? You have some pretty okay force field yourself. They are not bad, right?
Yeah, but his force field is not enough now.
Not good enough.
Yeah.
If you did this push, if you resume replay, you think you will win?
Maybe.
Just maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, don't be shy.
Because this Zerg is JD, so maybe.
Okay, so you respect Jaedong a lot.
If Fire Cake, I can beat.
If Fire Cake, you can win?
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess that's pretty much it. He doesn't have energy right now for recall, right?
Yeah.
He already used Time War?
I don't know why. Oh, almost
not the Time War.
died.
He did have enough energy, so I guess after you fail this push, you can't really win, right? Actually, I want to go to the end of this fight when basically this is going to be pushed back, and I want to look at how many walkers there are, and if you had been in that situation, I want to know what you would have done, because I was wondering if, for example, a Robo-Bay would be good. So now we're just going to, basically this army is going to die here, and after this army dies, I want you to tell me what you think would be a good way to try and come back. Like, what would you have done? So let's just play it out for a second. You see, he's get chased down. A lot of drones will die. And now MaNa barely escapes with few units. Okay, can we pause the game here? So right now we have 43 walkers to 41 in MaNa's favor. And the army supply is 41 for MaNa, 60 for Jaedong, but it's mostly roaches.
Yeah.
The economy, you see he has 43 probes, but he already has 2 gases on his expansion doing his main. What will you do now?
Oh, you know what? In PBG, when Protoss lost around century, this game is over because.
So you don't try to win at this point? Like
I think MaNa can't because no sentry with per mana. So and JD has many roach already, and he can press drones.
But he has 41 army supply.
Yeah, but 60 army supply.
Yeah, it's roaches.
And 46 worker, 43.
All
hey,
right.
winning, man, winning. Are you blind or what?
Okay. I'm sorry, President. I'm sorry. All right. Well, this was some very passionate analysis from MC. Thank you. I will not doubt you again. I apologize. Thank you very much. And that's going to be it for the analysis for now. We'll be back later on.
Thank you very much to El Presidente of Protoss and the one and only blind Frenchman there with the breakdown of the analysis. Thank you very much to MC for stepping in. Jaedong is through, ladies and gentlemen. The Tyrant is back. Time now to take a quick break. When we come back, though, we've got more action from StarCraft 2 as we head into Group D. It's time for Hero Marine.